What up, what up, what up, y'all? This is Kid Brave bringing you guys back another deck replay. So I just wanted to end up just kind of just throwing out something funny. I honestly love playing with my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, just shuffling, because I think honestly it might be a nervous habit for me now. Just because I'm badly itching to end up being able to play at locals or playing at a big event. But in the meantime, I'm always keeping my sleeves crisp and sharp, so I could be able to slay my next opponent. No, I'm kidding. I just honestly love to shuffle when I'm at my desk and I'm just making replays for you guys, or if I'm just basically building a website and whatnot for anybody. It could be my employer, it could be a customer, whatever. So I wanted to end up finding out. Leave a comment down below if you guys do have your deck and you guys keep it close to you so you guys can honestly shuffle it, just play around with the cards, see them, read them, just so you can pretty much just touch them and just kind of have them close to you. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say as far as for that. So leave a comment down below for that. So anyway, without further ado, let's go into the deck. To the dual replay. Alright, so we're gonna end up fast forwarding it. And this dude, by the way, was really dope. He was really cool. He and I were pretty much chopping it up and talking. I'll get to that later. I'm sorry, I'm skipping a little bit far ahead. Alright, so let's look at the hands. So he has Ray, he has Pinkertops, he has Mystic Mind, he has Red Eyes, Black Dragon, and he has Hornsdrum. Pretty solid hand. I have United, Smoke Signal, Monster Reborn, World Legacy, and Six Samurai United. So right now, guys, honestly, I absolutely love my build, and as you guys continue to keep seeing replays from me, you'll see that Six Sams is not dead, nor will you think that they're not relevant, because I think that they are. And I'm praying, since today is March 1st, for the ban list to come, because I pray to God that they bring Gateway to at least two or three. If they could do that, oh my gosh, just watch out. You guys already know, I'm speaking it into existence, that Kid Brave is going to make Six Samurais meta relevant. I don't care who says that they're not, they can't. Dude's just speaking out his ass, got a lot of confidence for his deck. I honestly feel the way I feel about Six Sams, the way that Drift Gaming feels about his Pendulums. I love this deck, and it is my heart and soul. It's like my baby, as far as for being able to really build this deck, see it elevate from the level of where it was, evolve from where I was as a duelist, as my deck profiles and deck list was, to where it is now. I feel like it's really able to combat with the format right now, and you guys will definitely see as I continue to keep making replays, seeing more of a meta duel. I mean, you guys did check out the Dragon Links. If you guys hadn't, I'll add it in the description down below, so you guys can definitely check that out and have a direct link to that, because I ended up playing against Dragon Links and I ended up beating them with 6 Sams. So that will definitely be a really fun. Actually, I think I've lost. Did I win that? I don't know. You guys remind me. You tell me if I won or lost. Anyways, so in this duel, I basically wanted to say that the only thing I really am trying to perfect for the deck is to not brick where I only have one option of a Six Samurai monster. Because in this particular situation, he has, a monster that can activate from the hand, but he doesn't have any hand traps. I mean, he has Mystic Mind, which would hurt if I had a monster on the board and he didn't have anything. But between these two, these can definitely put in a lot of work against me. So yeah, my thing is that if I end up opening up one Six Samurai monster, I'm pretty much bricked. Even though I have extenders for days, I have 2 Monster Reborns basically, and I have 2 Pot of Greeds. But since I don't have a Six Samurai monster, it's definitely going to be tough. So I'm going to proceed to just see if I can do this. So I'm going to activate Signal, I'm going to end up getting Mizuho, I'm going to activate both Uniteds to get into Mizuho. I'm going to activate both Uniteds, hoping that I end up getting into a 6 Sam. Both, and I end up whipping by getting called by the Grave and Squire. So I'm going to proceed to pass. The good thing is I do have 2 extenders here, so I can be able to play through if for some reason my opponent doesn't basically finish me off this duel. I mean this turn. So he goes ahead and attacks with Pinkertops. I take 1,000. He tries to pop my back row. I negate it and banish, which I was a little upset about. I wanted him to send off Ray so I can banish her, so they can't have any plays to pull off for the next turn. So he ends up attacking with Ray, and he ends up tagging out, link summoning to Hayata. Hayata attacks. I think after that he goes into Kagaki. Oh, I'm sorry. So he activates Hayata's effect to end up getting multi-roll. He's gonna send Hayata to end up getting into Kagaki. What's his name? Kagari. He's gonna add multi-roll. Then he's gonna get into this guy or this chick. He's gonna add Widowacre from the deck to the hand. And I thought it was a pretty interesting line of plays. He ends up activating Widowacre on his monster, and then from hitting on the end phase, he's gonna activate multi-roll to end up getting it back and Sednet, which I thought was pretty smart. But honestly, with having 2 Widowacres, and it's not a once per turn, is it? Until that turn, yeah. So it's like an effect wheeler, basically. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't play through that. I literally have no monsters, and I feel like he could end me the next turn. So I end up passing. I honestly should have stayed because Sky Strikers typically, I mean, they can end up getting into access Code Talker, but they gotta open up the nuts. And the dude didn't end up opening up nuts, and I should have waited for him to just end me, seeing if he can even take out 4,000 from his next turn. So just word of advice, guys, for you guys, whoever ends up dueling, don't quit like I did if I don't see what I need, because I could have ended up lasting that one last turn, drew into 6 amps, and literally had everything that I needed, even with 2 Widowacres there. So play through all the way through, guys, and just, you know, pray and try to ask for the heart of the cards so you can be able to get out of your situation, especially if you're playing against a deck that's not going to FTK or OTK you. Alright, so we're going to go on to game 2. Game 2, what we got? So game 2, I got Shianai, Kagaki, Flint Lady, Kizan, and Living Fossil. This is definitely a much better hand. It doesn't give me any Bushido counters that I have in hand, but it's still going to be enough for me to extend if he doesn't have any hand traps. So let's see what my opponent has. He has Rose, he has Multi-Faker, Afterburner, Rain Driver, okay, and Dark Magician. So he woofs basically on both of these. Thank God this isn't a Gamma, and thank God this is not the Red Eyes Fusion. So I just proceed pretty much just kind of just play. I'm a little hesitant because I don't know if he has any hand traps, so I'm kind of playing carefully. But Assault, basically it's Kagaki, cost, Mill, get Hatsume. I end up basically sending it back to think. He says he has no hand trap, as it just showed me. So I just say, okay, cool, I'm just gonna go off now. So I get Shogun, Gateway, pretty much special summons to be able to get counters. Send those off to get another Shogun, special summon Kizan, activate number 60's effect, Shianai, Zuho, special summons. I get another Shianai, special summon. I'm pretty much thin out my deck at that point. And the guy's comment over here to the left looks like, here we go. So he already knows what's up. So I end up activating Saruja, get my draws. I end up switching summon to Appaloosa, just in case he had Nibiru. He wanted to do it right before battle. So I pretty much go off with him running Sky Strikers. Having Nabis in my 6 Samurai deck literally gives me games. This is like the game cheat, you know, to beating basically, or the cheat code to end up beating Sky Strikers. Just summon that beast and it's a wrap. So he ended up scooping, because he knew he got completely destroyed. So for my opponent in this game 3, he ends up getting Solemn Judgment, Afterburner, Strike, Mine, and Widowmaker. I get Dojo, Kizaru, Signal, Kizan, and Fuma. So I'm going to go second. He ends up setting his 3 interruptions and negates. I end up drawing into Fire Flint, which I thought was solid. I'm going to activate Signal to go into Kagaki. I ended up adding Kagaki because I know I already pretty much have a ton of 6 Samurai monsters that's going to be able to allow me to extend my plays in general, depending on whatever he has to be able to stop me with or negate me with. But I grabbed Kagaki's because I wanted to bait him from having him negate his effect, because I already have 2 warriors basically in my hand that I can special summon to be able to continue to keep comboing off if he negates my stuff. So I usually use Kagaki basically as a bait. So I grabbed him, and then I activated Dojo, and then I activated Kagaki, trying to resolve it. Widow acres me, and I said, that's okay, cool. I basically ended up baiting out 1 negate. And then I activate Flint Ladies, a special summon, I activate, it resolves. Special summon Kizaru. He saw strikes that, which I was like, alright, cool, no problem. He's not even any threat. And I end up special summoning Kizan. 2, so I end up going to Soul. I end up getting Solemn Judgment, and I'm like, damn, okay, well, I guess he burned through all my plays. Let's just pass and just hopefully he doesn't have anything to stop me or beat me with. So he's thinking, pretty much draws into an Ash, because he has Afterburner and Mystic Mine. I said, cool, all I need really is just a 6 Sam or a Bushido counter. Cool. So I end up drawing into Dojo, activated, normal summon a Fuma, activate Dojo's effect. So on this play, I honestly should have ended up dropping Dojo with the 4 counters so I could get Kizan. No, I'm sorry, I should have ended up getting Mizuho or Shiinai, because I don't have 1 engraved. I need 1 engraved so I could be able to combo off and then get my Kizan, get number 60, and special summon it. So I should have kept that Dojo that I only have 1 and sent this Dojo off to be able to get into the piece that I need to be able to continue to keep comboing off. But the good thing about me saying this is because I'm looking back at the replay and I'm recapping on what I could have done better. As a pro player, as anyone that's striving to be one, or even just wants to be better with their deck, look at your replays. That is the only way that you will improve as a duelist, because we think that playing against a deck makes them, one, broken as a deck, as a player, and it's really not a good feeling to know that you ended up losing. So you tend to question yourself as a duelist. So looking at replays will allow you to be able to understand why you did what you did and be able to know the next time around how to make those changes. So I activated Dojo, which was the wrong one, but I activated both. And then I'm getting into Squire. Back. Okay, so I ended up activating Dojo, and I ended up getting into Kizan. I'm just going to send Square to end up getting into Nabi. So at this point, I thought, hey, you know what? I don't even need to combo off. I could just end up going into Nat Beast and really just call it a day. So let me show you what this guy says. Basically, end up summoning him, and this dude ends up writing all this. That had me rolling, because I know how that feels. Having something that you literally know that says no to your deck is tremendously frustrating and devastating. So I had to drop this. I knew I could. So at this point, I'm feeling very good knowing this dude can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! So I attack over the Ash. attack for 2. And then basically on his turn, he draws into Widowacre, Afterburner, and Mystic Vine. Like, geez, those are like 3 totally busted cards, especially from the Sky Striker's perspective. So he pretty much shows me his hands, and then he ends up basically quitting because he knows that Nabbeast is a beast. And it can definitely negate all of this stuff. I got 30 cards in my deck, so I literally have 15 negates that I can put up with Nabbeast. So there was no way in heck he was going to be able to win. So at this point, we just pretty much just handshake, off on the duel. We just basically give each other props as far as for how good, each one of us were, how well our decks was built, and just really just having that fun kind of competitive feel, but respectful towards one another type of duel. So this is honestly a duel that I honestly ended up enjoying. Sky Strikers still got it, in my opinion. I know they topped recently at a PBG tournament, but I'm happy that I ended up getting a chance to play against a guy like this, because he was actually a pretty solid Sky Striker player. So just want to throw it out there right now, because I know Yu-Gi-Oh players tend to bash others. Just throwing it out there right now. He honestly, I think, ended up playing his plays correctly. Anyone that's a Sky Striker player, I personally would love to see if you guys could ended up making different plays off of what he did. But I personally think that he started out pretty solid, and he ended up, I think, drawing into cards that literally needed to stop me. But I just had a little bit more steam, so I was able to play off. So anyway, this is the duel. You guys please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys loved it. If you guys do have any friends that actually play the game too, please pass it along to them. Let them know about me. Show them this replay. Show them my deck, my YouTube profile, my Instagram account. All of that stuff is on my YouTube, and also vice versa for my Instagram for YouTube. So yes, please pass it along. Click, destroy. I would do that thing that Sam does, punch, uppercut, all that craziness, but that's not me. I'm a lot more chill for sure. I definitely do not like to come into a replay with all that bunch of energy. I'm more of like Paul from Team APS. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys for checking out my duel replay. Hopefully you guys liked it. Definitely will be coming with a lot more. I'm definitely trying to get more meta together that's in this current format. I do have Dragon Link, so if you guys didn't get a chance to see that, I'll definitely add that into the description down below for you guys to see. So yeah, anyway, I'm talking my butt off. I'm gonna sign out. Thank you guys for checking out my content, and I will see you guys next time. All right.